Blessed be all my Aries people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. Coffee first. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what is going on when it comes to the astrology of this particular week? On the 22nd, we've got a very special combination of Venus in your sign forming a beautiful trine to Mars in Leo, which is spelling a beautiful combining of forces with regards to some kind of aspect of your personal life, your romantic life, or even an artistic or personal business enterprise. Now, this is likely something that is going to steer a new direction for maybe a commitment, a road, or a project that you have, or maybe even help to attract some kind of important person or resource to help you get into a better lane in your personal life or with a personal business. Whatever the case is, be prepared to combine some forces. On the 24th, we've got Saturn entering your sign, bringing discipline, structure, and some important focus shifts to you and a lot of your own personal journey, your personal story, and anything that has to do with personal goals that are really all yours, maybe not other people's or involving other people. Whenever we have planets in our sign, it is all about us and getting us back on our own roads. Now, for you, with Saturn entering your sign, this could be a very important period where you are getting a chance to kind of regain some lost ground, or maybe even get back on track with some things in your life that you have missed out on or strayed from. Just keep in mind, with Saturn in your sign, new discipline, new structure, and important focus shifts can sometimes show up in the form of obstacles, inconvenience, and hurdles to show the way. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Aries, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Knight of Cups upright. This week, be open to getting helped out from other people and helping hands from other people. The Knight of Cups is all about people getting more involved in all kinds of different corners of your world and really going above and beyond the call of duty to help you out, whether it is about situations that you've been shorthanded with, or maybe with things you didn't know you were missing that could bring you some really good advantages this week. Whatever the case is, if you've been flying solo or keeping things a bit too closed up, open up. For your career, job, and finances, you've got the Two of Cups upright. And again, we've got this need to really be ready to connect and build on connections with people. The Two of Cups is all about you getting a chance to either work more closely with an ally, a friend, or maybe even some kind of new commitment that is going to be bringing in new success, new big bucks, and even some important reputational points to you and everybody else involved. With the Two of Cups, there could also be some kind of special assistance or special boost coming from somebody that is going to likely want to get more involved or even partner up with something that you have going on. For your community, with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Page of Swords reversed. Now this week, there may be something that comes up where we catch where somebody is not doing the right math, or there could be an issue coming up where people are acting on misinformation, false information, or false assumptions. This could indicate a conflict potentially with somebody around us, a friend, a teammate, a family member, or even a situation where if it's not a conflict between you and them, it could be a conflict about something that is getting messed up by the tools that they are working with. And so might need to roll up your sleeves for this one, whatever the case may be. Hopefully people are humble enough to know when they've gotten something wrong. Your challenge this week is the Four of Swords upright. Now, the Four of Swords upright is all about rest, relaxation, recuperation, and regeneration of our energies and faculties. And when this card shows up as a challenge, it can sometimes indicate a week where we might not have a lot of time for downtime. And so you want to make sure that you can budget it for yourself, but also at the same time, be careful about making sure that you know how to get some alone time as well. We're all about being open and working with people, but also getting a chance to get back in touch with your own life, your own priorities, your own needs. That's going to be necessary. It can't be always about everybody else or what we are involved in, attached to, or linked to. And for relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Nine of Wands upright. And the Nine of Wands upright is all about getting set up for success because of the overcoming or the closure or discontinuance of some kind of challenge, right? Kind of getting over the hump. And this might be something that you and a partner or a significant other are accomplishing together. Or this could even just be talking about a stage of a cycle in your personal life getting turned over. And for a lot of you, this could also indicate possibly the crossing of some kind of barrier or block that has been maybe hampering you with regards to finding something new, or maybe something you've got going on with somebody new-ish. And so that is your weekly tarot traffic, Aries. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Taurus people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or follow the links in the down bar below. So what is going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 22nd, we've got Venus in Aries forming a beautiful trine aspect to Mars in Leo, which is all about combining forces to great effect. And for you, there seems to be something going on where some kind of secret exchange, special gift, or maybe even hidden road or opportunity is coming to you in such a way where it could create a very cool left turn or page turn around a living situation, home economy, or even maybe future family goal matter. This combining of forces could indicate also the closing of the distance between yourself and something that maybe is a really important prize for you or your family. On the 24th, we've got Saturn entering Aries, that 12th house of the past, private matters, secrets, and hidden opportunities, and bringing discipline, structure, and focus shifts to you. And for a lot of you Taurus people, this is likely going to open up a phase where a lot of things that have maybe been kept hidden in isolation, or maybe even things that you have kind of not been able to mature or grow or develop, are going to come to the forefront of your story. Saturn can do this in ways that help us, especially where there are things in our life that maybe have kept us trapped in the past or have frozen time around us, which is good. We don't want to do that. But the problem is that sometimes Saturn can do this by breaking down or bringing up challenges or hurdles to get our attention. Whatever the case is, just remember this is about helping to break out of old trapped patterns, routines, and little matrices, however that might show up for you. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Taurus, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus for this week, you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. Now this week, there could be something that we need to start paying more attention to that maybe we've been a bit tolerant of, that we shouldn't be so tolerant of. And it's around something that could actually be holding us stuck in a certain space. A lot of the times the Queen of Cups reverse can show up where drains, whether it's draining people, draining arrangements, or draining setups, are actually starting to hurt us in some way, or even hurt what is around them. With the Queen of Cups reversed, though, because it is a spiritual theme, this week is going to be all about alleviating that if you allow yourself to alleviate it. Just make sure that you are being very smart about not taking on any kind of attachments or involvements or new things that could just become, again, a fixing agent that we don't want to get fixed to. This week, there could be something coming up where a plan around a financial, career, or a business matter is going through a bit of a rerouting. The Eight of Wands reversed is not necessarily a bad card, but it does indicate some kind of change, detour, or maybe even, alternative schedule, alternative arrangement, or alternative plan coming up that needs to happen because something that we had set for this week can't go as it was originally set. Now, it could be something better, or it could just be something that we have to do out of necessity. But whatever the case is with the Eight of Wands reversed, you're just going to want to be smart about knowing how to roll with it when it comes up so you can still have a good week. This card can often be very good for people who can adjust when adjustments need to happen. It only becomes a challenge if we kind of just freeze, and we don't want to freeze. In your social life, we've got some interesting developments. It looks like some kind of conflict, confrontation, or maybe even strife-prone relationship or struggle-prone or conflict-prone relationship is getting pacified. And that is because the Five of Swords reversed is all about the ending of conflict and the creating of a truce, bringing in peace where there was conflict and strife before. Not all reverse cards should be looked at as bad or signs of bad. In fact, the Five of Swords is better reversed than it is upright because, again, we are ending a conflict or even bringing a truce to a long conflict. Your challenge this week, however, is indicating you want to be smart about whether or not you are fighting the right battles or on the right front. This week, there could be some things coming up where you might need to look and see if we are seeing the wrong things as threats and seeing the wrong things as challenges when they are not. A lot of the times the Seven of Wands reverse can sometimes show up where we need to be careful about trying to hold on to the wrong things, fight for the wrong things, and fight against the wrong things. We might not necessarily know where to point the sword. And you want to take your time before you default to old strategies, but also at the same time, look and see, okay, where am I maybe getting distracted by something or seeing something that's not there, or trusting the wrong thing or not trusting what could be the right thing. And for relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we've got the Emperor reversed. Now, the Emperor reversed can indicate an issue that comes up where perhaps a certain controlling, domineering, or again, very reactive, very forceful personality could be creating issues either for you, a significant other, the couple as a whole, or maybe even something around a new or new-ish situation. With the Emperor card reversed, if anything is going to make any headway, we've got to not let ourselves get controlled or, again, pushed around by these kinds of personalities. Sometimes the Emperor reverse can show up where a person is trying to take over somebody's space, life, and schedule, or somebody is so negligent and so irresponsible, everyone's got to give up something just because they're there. Whatever the case is, this has got to go. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Gemini people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or follow the links down below. So what is going on when it comes to your week? Hold on, coffee. I've got more of this stuff in my system than plasma at this point. Well, on the 22nd, we've got Venus in Aries forming a beautiful trine to Mars in Leo. And this is a wonderful combination that is really strong for combining forces to create outcomes that are greater than maybe we could have done on our own. Now, for you, this is likely going to be the combining of forces, interests, or resources that you have with a friend, an ally, or somebody that is able to help lift and launch you at the same time as you lift and launch them. This could be something benefiting your personal life or something benefiting your professional life. Either way, be ready to play and have fun, because with combining forces, we got to be able to be working closer to people. On the 24th, however, we have Saturn entering Aries, which is your 11th house of friendships, your support system, and community. And so this is starting a phase where discipline, structure, and focus shifts are changing a lot of the landscape of your social life. When Saturn goes into the 11th house, we have a lot of revelations about who our friends really are and who our friends are not, who they have been, who they are not, what makes a friend, what does not. And over the course of this next while, a lot of you might be noticing that certain people are getting raised up into better spaces in your life and becoming more active players in things that really matter to you, which is really good. But Saturn is also going to be revealing where not so healthy friendships, not so healthy people, not so healthy associations have been responsible for maybe not so great circumstances. And sometimes this can make us feel like we are having a really hard time connecting to anybody, or we might start to feel a bit alien to certain people. Pay attention to where structure, discipline, and focus shifts are the name of the game. This is not about anybody ending up worse off for it, but it is about showing us where there are certain things that need to be maybe not overlooked or ignored. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Gemini, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the star upright. And the star card is indicating this week is going to be full of situations that are going to come up to start funneling in good fortune in stages in your life, especially when it comes to kind of setting up commitments or arrangements or setups that are going to start transforming your world, again, incrementally over the course of the rest of the month and even on into June. However, with the star card upright, we've got to know how and when to maybe make adjustments for the way things are kind of set up now so that they are more hospitable to these shifts that we do want to see happen. Sometimes this means getting ready to plan for different arrangements, plan for different agreements, plan for different setups. But with the star card upright, it's all for the good. For your career, your finances, and money, you've got the Eight of Cups upright. And the Eight of Cups is all about walking away from a situation that is no longer taking good care of us, walking away from something that's bad from us, that we've grown out of. And so for a lot of you this week, there could be something coming up where you're getting a chance to ditch something that has been the cause or the source of a lot of strife. And this could be something that's gone on for a while. The Eight of Cups can also indicate the closure of some kind of maybe workplace arrangement or financial arrangement or shared issue that is allowing you to break free of it this week and move on to something bigger, brighter, and better. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Strength card reversed. So this week, there may be something coming up with a friend or an ally or a family member, a teammate, where you're kind of noticing them becoming a bit extreme in their behavior. The Strength card reverse can sometimes show up where a person is getting very reactive, not very conversational, and not very cooperative. A lot of the times with the Strength card reversed, we can see somebody kind of going into a hyper-aggressive, maybe even, that's an unreasonable place. It's like it's really hard to actually get them to be grounded and work and talk with a bit of sense. And there could be something coming up where maybe an aspect of their nature is revealed, or something that we have kind of tolerated is not tolerable anymore. And so there could be some issues to sort out with this one. Your challenge this week is the High Priestess upright. The High Priestess is not a bad challenge at all. The High Priestess is all about help. It's all about guidance. It's all about people that can lead and solve and help deliver us to places we want to go and from places we don't want to be anymore. With the High Priestess, you might be challenged to welcome this kind of assistance, whether it's from people you know, or just welcome this assistance in general in situations where you've been trying to manage all by yourself. But with the High Priestess, there is an added caveat. You may also have to deviate from certain plans, MOs, or certain ways that you normally go about doing your thing, and learn to do things a little bit more their way. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ten of Cups reversed. This week, there could be something coming up where we might need to be extra smart about scrutinizing and looking at all the details of a person or a situation before we kind of go forward with something. And a lot of the times the Ten of Cups reversed, we can see an issue around something that's trying to change what we think about it or influence what we think about it versus show us what it really is. Now, this can be something that you and a partner are looking at together, or this is something going on around a new or new-ish situation, or something going on around just, your personal life in general. Be careful about trusting to the glitter and surface impressions this week, because all that glitters is not gold. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Cancerian people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website, integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it. So, what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 22nd, we have Venus in Aries forming a beautiful trine to Mars in Leo. And this is all about combining forces to great effect. And for you, this is all about raising you up in some kind of career or financial affair because of the actions of some kind of secret help, secret helper, or secret favor. Mars is in your in your second house right now, not your 12th, your second house. But when Mars and Venus come together like this, what we often see is somebody going above and beyond the call of duty to help us, hook us up, or again, join forces. On the 24th, we've got Saturn entering Aries, that 10th house of career and upward mobility. And Saturn coming here is bringing in a focus on discipline, structure, and focus shifts. And Saturn can be a kind of a scary planet sometimes, but in actuality, when in the 10th house, it's a good place to have him because he is showing us the way to basically make it big, or showing us the way to be successful. But what happens is that we may find that our career trajectory, or maybe the map of our career or our work as we've set it up for our plans and our goals, is going to need to be going through a bit of an overhaul. Now, with Saturn in this part of your chart, sometimes this can indicate a shift to the work environment, work ethic, and also even maybe the highlighting of certain problems or trouble areas we've not been really working on. But this is also about honing you and mentoring you into a more successful life at the same time. So that is what I've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Cancer, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you have the Knight of Wands upright. The Knight of Wands is all about a boost, especially when it comes to things in your life getting a chance to move faster, become stronger, become bigger, become more effective. not only because of new fresh energy coming in, but possibly people coming in to help hurry things along where things need to be hurried. The Knight of Wands can also be a card that you might want to be ready to change a little bit of your work ethic around, because a lot of the times this is a week where things in our life that have stayed small or fallen behind themselves really catch up and then some. But it could also demand a bit more activity from you. For career, work, and finances, you've got the Queen of Swords reversed. Now, financially, just when it comes to money, productivity, hours, assignments, things like that, this week's actually going to be really good. Even reversed, when it comes to sword people cards, they can be indicative of money being very, very good. However, on the personal front, on the people front, the Queen of Swords reversed is indicating there could be a clash or a conflict getting started by somebody this week that is likely coming in the form of somebody trying to dig up old issues or stir the pot unduly or bring whatever their challenges are and making their challenges other people's challenges. Whatever the case is with the Queen of Swords reversed, this is not somebody that can be reasoned with on the terms that they want to reason, and you might just need to find a way to expediently shut it down. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Six of Cups upright. This week there could be some pleasant reunions in store when it comes to reconnections with friends and relatives, or maybe even long-lost connections. A lot of the times the Six of Cups is a sweet return to the past, or a sweet return or a sweet diversion into our history, something we used to like doing or somebody we used to like spending time with. Whatever the case is, again, a little bit of nostalgia can always be a good thing. For your challenge, you've got the Page of Wands in reverse. Now, the Page of Wands in reverse is indicating that this week you want to be very, very careful not to put yourself in a situation where you can't really show up for what you want to show up for. Excuse me. Sometimes the Page of Wands reverse can show up where we can't really make good or follow through on things when we want to. So, of course, budget your time intelligently, but also at the same time, be careful about maybe flaking out or abandoning things that you don't want to flake out on or abandon, and make sure you don't set yourself up to do that as well. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Hermit reversed. Again, another good reversed card example. With the Hermit reversed, this week is all about getting more out there, getting more active, getting more engaged, but also at the same time, you might be noticing a new kind of support system or a new sense of community, a new sense of home coming into your personal life. This could be something that you are sharing with a partner and maybe a friend or a couple friend or an ally of the relationship. Or this could be something developing around a new or new-ish situation, or somebody coming out of the woodwork, a wallflower, or somebody that has been hiding in plain sight. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all my Leo people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your astrology here? Well, on the 22nd, we've got Venus in Aries forming a lovely trine to Mars in your sign, which is all about combining forces. And for you, there seems to be something going on where some kind of official matter, long distance connection, or maybe even a friend in a high place or a friend with some high connections is helping you to actually lift up or maybe raise up something that you have been working on, pursuing, or trying to bring forth in a solitary way. This could be something that is personal, professional, or maybe even a personal business operation, or something that you're looking to bring some kind of attention or get some kind of link up with. On the 24th, we've got Saturn entering Aries. that ninth house of expansion, growth, big moves, big travel opportunities, as well as long distance connections and official matters. Now, with Saturn here, discipline, structure, and focus shifts become the new name of the game. And you may find that over the course of this next while, if you are to grow anything you're looking to grow or expand or make any kind of big moves with your life, you might have to start getting ready to learn to maybe evolve some of your skills, your training, and the way you go about connecting with the rest of the world. Saturn in the ninth house is all about our training, our higher learning, as well as us getting a chance to be elevated, which is really, really good, and popularized. But we may also need to heighten certain things about our skills or heighten certain things about what we're bringing to the table in order to accomplish those feats. It can be challenging every once in a while because it will show us where the limitations are if we don't, but it is there to help you. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Leo, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus for this week, you've got the Two of Wands upright. The Two of Wands upright is a glorious card because this is going to be a week where a lot of very important and very uplifting alliances, commitments, pacts, and promises are both getting established, as well as even ones that already exist getting fulfilled. And with the Two of Wands, things are getting put in a perfect balance. With this card as well, we are seeing some kind of shift where a lot of new beginnings that have been waiting in the wings to maybe finally have their start and start sprouting are also going to be getting underway, even when it comes to commitments that we share with others. Just understand with the Two of Wands, a lot of plans and a lot of setups that we make this week are probably going to hold for a while. Playing for keeps. For your career, job, finances, and practical affairs, you've got the Tower upright. Now, the Tower is indicating that there could be some kind of news of a major transition or a direction shift around a project, a setup, or a financial matter, or maybe even something going on an environmental level around the workspace, the neighborhood, so to speak, or maybe even something around a shift that affects more than just one person. And with the Tower card, something is coming to an end and getting replaced. Now, this could be a week that does create for a very chaotic atmosphere around the workspace, business, and so on because of this, whatever it is. But with the Tower card upright, it can also indicate the ending of an era and the beginning of something new and good, but it's the transition period that can be stressful. For your community, with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is indicating this week there could be some issues coming up where you may have to deal with, being sort of Captain Save-A-Ho, so to speak, if you're not careful. Sometimes the Queen of Pentacles reverse can show up where somebody who is sort of the reason for their own problems or is the reason for a lot of problems with other people could be attempting to use you or use somebody that you care about or mess up a good thing. A lot of the times the Queen of Pentacles reversed is the person who screwed themselves up. Now, you might have to call a spade with this situation, and maybe you don't have to do anything at all, but if it's affecting other people, you may have to speak up. For your challenge this week, you've got the Seven of Cups upright. The Seven of Cups is, when it's a challenge, is basically saying making sure that you don't leave too many things up in the air and out in the open, right? The Two of Wands is saying this week is about being organized and not just kind of floating about. Sometimes this card will show up when I'm, giving personal readings to people, and they're kind of almost too flowy, too fluid, too intuitive. They're not thinking with intention. They're not organizing their thoughts. They're just kind of waiting to see what shows up. Be careful this week. That will bite you. With the Seven of Cups, it's really important to explore our options in a more methodical way. Make sure that we are not being careless or haphazard with what goes on. Otherwise, it could make for a very weird and janky week. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Death card upright. And so the Death card is all about the ending of a cycle or the ending of a normal or the ending of a phase, right, as we turn that into something new. And so there could be something coming up where you find out about maybe a partner deciding that they're going to maybe they're setting up an intention to quit jobs or quit something that they've been involved in or something that they've got going on with other people. Maybe you and a partner are getting a chance to close something that has been a bit of old business that's not been so good for us to continue running in recent history or at all. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, it's very possible that the Death card could just indicate the end of a period of being single finally getting underway. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene. And should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Virgo people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, just go on to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 22nd, we've got Venus in Aries, Trine, Mars in Leo. So there is some kind of powerful combining of forces going on around a matter that could be giving you a bonus income opportunity or some kind of surprise influx of cash, assignments, or maybe even some kind of special shared win or shared reward, something you might be sharing in with a friend, a romantic partner, or a business partner. Whatever the case is, again, this is something that's going to get shared, and it's meant to be shared. On the 24th, we've got Saturn entering Aries, that 8th house of shared resources, passive income, bonus income, and shared responsibilities. Now, Saturn is all about discipline, structure, and focus. And that's where the shifts are really going to be happening for you here. Now, with Saturn in the 8th house, this can actually be a really good thing because it does help us to turn the tide on challenges that we may be having with shared responsibilities or financial matters with other people or anything like debts or financial blocks. However, Saturn in this part of your chart may also be revealing and highlighting certain issues that we do need to be ready to discard so that we are better off without them, whether these are things that we have taken on or accumulated through life, or things that we have high hopes for that may not necessarily be the best for us. And so there can be some difficult reality checks there, but it is there for you. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Virgo, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, what you're going to be noticing a lot this week, you've got the Page of Pentacles reversed. And this is one of our quit cards. Actually, you've got 2 quit cards this week. The Page of Pentacles reversed is all about dropping things and letting things go that either were not really working for us or maybe quitting or taking our leave of things that are not taking us where we want to go. And with this card as a big theme, you're going to be noticing a lot of chances to make some important quits as we go through this week. Just keep in mind with the Page of Pentacles reversed, it's smart to know how to replace what we are quitting as we are doing the quit. We don't want to just quit everything all at once and just sit in empty. But there is going to be an opportunity again for you to do the quits and the departures that maybe you've been waiting to do. For your material circumstances, money, job, career, you've got the 7 of Swords in reverse. And the 7 of Swords in reverse is indicating this week we've got some really good news about something getting reversed, returned, or uncovered in a way that is very beneficial to you. This is the card of setting things right where they were once wronged, derailed, or upended in the past. There could be something getting set right that has been out of balance. You might be getting something that was once lost, stolen, or thrown off, returned to you, corrected. or possibly even finding out about some kind of cool, advantageous secret around a financial or material matter. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Knight of Swords upright. And the Knight of Swords is all about somebody getting a little bit more active to help you fight a battle that you have been maybe fighting on your own. Sometimes the Knight of Swords can show up where somebody is looking to help us make a breakthrough, somebody who is able to actually cut through some kind of obstacle, some kind of issue, or some kind of problem, or even somebody that is helping to maybe optimize something that is not performing at its best. Whatever the case is, you're going to be in good shape. For your challenge this week, you've got the Four of Pentacles reversed. This week, you might need to start being open about things that you have been withholding from people. Information, insights, or maybe even with the Four of Pentacles reversed, just putting it out there, what you've observed and what you've seen. Now, I'm not saying shout your world from the rooftops or go out and be a petty gossip, but with the Four of Pentacles reversed, there may be something that comes up where in order to help others, you have to disclose things that you have maybe been keeping private. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Judgment card in reverse. Now, the Judgment card in reverse is indicating this week there could be something coming up where you might find out that you and a partner need to reset, again, quit or discontinue something and do something different instead. A lot of the times, the Judgment card reverse is another quit card. We already saw we got the Page of Pentacles reversed, and now we got this one. This could be something that we have to discontinue just because we find something better, or something is going to work out for us better, or this is something we have to quit, cancel, or discontinue because of room that we need to make for another situation, or just scheduling, however it goes. Whatever the case is, it is going to allow everyone to breathe easier for doing it. And for those of you that are single or available to new people, or seeing somebody new, or maybe meeting somebody new or new-ish, again, everyone's going to have to make some adjustments for each other if it's going to, take off from the new space. Because with the Judgment card reversed, a schedule clash or a setup clash is likely going to have to be assessed. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Libra people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 22nd, we've got Venus in Aries forming a beautiful trine to Mars in Leo, which is all about combining forces. And love and romance is going into a very wild, adventurous, out there, but also fantasy-fulfilling kind of place, if you'll have that. Because this is about you and maybe a partner potential, or maybe even somebody new, getting a chance to get out of your comfort zones together. When we have Mars and Venus come together, there's always a raising of passions, but also because we have that lovely Mars in your 11th house, there could also be a desire to kind of get out on some kind of adventure as well. So be prepared. This could be something stirring up that we are planning for the future, or something that we get a chance to have a little fun with now. On the 24th, we have Saturn entering Aries, which is that 7th house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections, boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate. And with Saturn going here, this is going to be ushering in a new phase for you. Saturn in the 7th house brings discipline, structure, and focus shifts. Now, this can actually be a really good transit, especially when it comes to maturing partnerships or attracting mature, established, equal partnerships, especially ones that are going to be more ambitious and productive. However, this is also going to show us where we might need to be ready to evolve ourselves, or how we are going about our closest one-on-one connections, even the platonic or business ones. Sometimes Saturn here can also highlight challenges or issues that maybe have not been addressed directly that need to be. And so there can be some wake-up calls, but all in all, it's about bringing structure, discipline, and focus to your personal life and your closest one-on-one connections and joint ventures. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Libra, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, what's going to really be kind of, going on everywhere all at once. You've got the Six of Pentacles upright. This week is really all about you getting a chance to benefit from the kindness of other people. The Six of Pentacles is all about generosity, giving, people taking chances on you, investing in you, helping you to grow by providing things that maybe you're asking for, maybe things that you're not asking for. And one of the things that can often happen with the Six of Pentacles is that you're also going to be given chances and opportunities that are not afforded to other people. So there might be some interesting private exchanges going on as well. Just make sure that you are welcome to new things with gratitude. For your career, job, finances, material concerns, you've got the Empress reversed. There could be something coming up this week around a financial, professional, or work matter where it's very clear that somebody who is maybe their own worst enemy, or possibly somebody that's a part of a team, part of a space, part of an environment, part of a community, is raising a bit of a ruckus or causing trouble. And it might be something that is revealed where the call is coming from inside the house around a problem that we've been dealing with for a while. The good news is that if it's showing up and getting revealed, you're not the only one who's going to notice, but it could make for a difficult or complicated week as it gets sorted out. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you have the King of Wands upright. And this week, it looks like there is going to be some very cool help coming your way from somebody that is looking to kind of push further or promote you or something that you have going on. The King of Wands always brings a bit of a popularity boost. You might have heard me refer to this as the guy with the hookup. Might not necessarily be a guy, but with the King of Wands, we do see some kind of important breakthrough. Now, with the King of Wands, this could be something that is bringing a lot of interest or a lot of activity our way, or again, taking something that we could use the awareness boost or the promotion for and getting that promotion and awareness happening. For your challenge this week, you've got the Star upright. The Star card is all about good fortune now versus later, and where we need to be okay with letting some things develop over time. This is a really, really good week for you, even with that Empress reversed, but it can be tempting sometimes to get ahead of ourselves, to rush or fast forward things that do need their time to develop. You might be trying to maybe put things where they don't belong just yet, maybe fast forward certain stories or certain plans. And with the challenge with the Star is that we've got to make sure that we don't. And I think you guys got this last week too. So just remember not to rush or fast forward things unduly, or try to make things that are better off happening a little bit later happen immediately. And when it comes to love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And this week, there could be something coming up where a relationship, or maybe something that you've got going on with a partner or a significant other, is getting challenged by somebody who is kind of a screw-up. Now, this could be a screw-up in their life, this could be a screw-up in your life, or this could be somebody that is creating problems for both of you or just you personally. A lot of the times, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, we can see somebody who is very selfish, but also very lazy. They are very needy and high maintenance, but they're also very immature. They're not even very educated or skillful. And this could be somebody that is perhaps stirring up a problem for you guys that you need to be able to tackle this week so that it doesn't grow. This could even be something in a new or newish situation that comes up, even though we might not have gotten to the stage where we kind of all know each other yet. And that might also be something that needs to be looked at. And this could even come as part of a situation of a brand new thing too. So that is what I've got for you, Libra people. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene. And should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Scorpio people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 22nd, we have got Venus in Aries, trine Mars in Leo. And so this is a powerful combining of forces kind of influence for you, focusing primarily on your work life, your career life, your earning power, and also your prestige and reputation amongst your peers. And when we have this combination come together, you may find that somebody is either trying to raise you up in the world, or the world is just trying to raise you up, period. Whatever the case is, be ready to be seen, be ready to be active, and be ready to match the energy. On the 24th, we've got Saturn entering Aries, that 6th house of work, reputation, schedule, people you serve with. And with Saturn going in here, there's a focus on discipline, structure, and focus shifts. Now, Saturn in the 6th house can actually be a really good thing. It kind of gives us all the answers that we need in order to have a successful life, whether it's professional, financial, material, or career, it doesn't matter. But when Saturn goes into the 6th house, it is also going to force us to be ready to run a tighter ship. And it could challenge us where we have been very loose, very go with the flow, or very lackadaisical, maybe even highlighting or revealing some problems, even some scary wake-up calls, just to get our attention. But remember, it is about setting you up for success, just in, of course, a tough love way. I always say Saturn is not a monster. It's just the hard-ass teacher who wants the best for you and doesn't give a crap if you know how to bring out the tears. So just get to work. I'm saying this to myself as well. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Scorpio, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like this week for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Five of Cups upright. And so sometimes this card can show up where we need to be ready. Old challenges, old problems, or maybe even old troubles that are not really active now, but could have left a mark, might be coming up to be addressed. Sometimes this card can be good to have as a spiritual theme, as unpleasant as that sounds, because with the Five of Cups, we are also getting a chance to close up a lot of old business and take a lot of important bridges over troubled waters that we haven't yet. But just keep in mind with the Five of Cups, there could be some things coming up this week where you realize that things that you thought you had a wrap on, or you thought were closed up, or you thought were gone for good, might not necessarily be completely done. And so there might be a bit of a focus this week to finally do some finishing touches. For your work life and career and finances, there could be something coming up where it's possible a conflict of interest between you and another party are likely is going to kind of hit a bit of a tension point. The Two of Cups reverse is indicating this week you've got to be careful about things where we've been overly involving or overly sharing with too many people. Or there could even be something coming up this week where somebody might be attempting to collaborate, connect, partner up, or share or enmesh where they should not. Financially, funny enough, you've got actually a really, really good week as far as assignment, work, things like that. But it's really more about the people that we got to be careful of this week, because we don't need to have a good week get messed up by what's part of a package deal, whether it's a new package deal or an old package deal. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the World reversed. Now, the World card reversed is also a card that kind of takes us back into the past. But it's a good card because this is a chance for either a do-over or an undo coming up with regards to something that maybe you had going on with a friend or a teammate or a family member or a piece of old business. So for some of you, it could be a do-over opportunity with something that you would like to try again under better conditions, different conditions for better results. This could be something that you did share with another person or just something from your past that you wish you could do again now that things are completely different. When it comes to the other population of y'all watching, however, an undo can also be very, very good. And this might be something that you're getting a chance to do with regards to a situation that maybe you started that you wish you could take back, or something that you did participate in or co-create, as it were, that you wish you could undo. Either way, it's a good card. For your challenge this week, you've got the Page of Wands upright. This is not a bad card, and even in a challenge position, it's kind of really lightening up a lot of things. The Page of Wands is all about excitement, initiations, new adventures, as well as getting a chance to broaden one's horizons. And when this card shows up as a challenge, it can just ask us to look outside of ourselves, outside of our tools, outside of our space, outside of what we know, in order to actually expand beyond maybe certain containers or certain situations that we've been stuck in. The Page of Wands is all about getting oneself out there, shaking things up. And again, getting outside, sometimes people say people don't know what people don't know, right? But at the same time, maybe it's time to explore what you don't know, because there could be a lot of advantages out there if you asked, what do I not know? For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Temperance card upright. This week is all about blending. It's all about merging and also taking some very important, however, very careful steps into some kind of important relationship page turn. Now, for those of you who are coupled or are married, this could be something that you and a partner are doing together, especially around something that maybe we have been putting off starting or putting off embarking on, or even healing something that has maybe been out of sorts for a while. And for those of you who are single or you're seeing somebody new or new-ish, this can also indicate some tentative but very important steps being taken towards something sweet, whether it's something brand new developing this week or something with a newish person. So that's what we've got for your forecast for the week, Scorpio. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Sagittarius people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 22nd, we've got Venus in Aries, forming a beautiful trine to Mars in Leo. And this is all about combining forces, but in your case, it could also be about combining flavors. Because it looks like there seems to be a very important blending of your personal life, and maybe even your spiritual life, or if not your personal life and your spiritual life, some kind of special interest that really does do it for you in terms of getting you in the zone. This kind of combo can also be very, very special, especially when it comes to new bonding activities and bonding agents in relationships, or even attracting relationships that naturally resonate with what you would consider your spiritual life, your artistic sensibilities, or the inner core of who you are. This could be something that's getting introduced into your relationships and your love life, or again, for those of you who are single, maybe giving you a chance to connect with somebody in that way. On the 24th, we've got Saturn entering Aries, and this is going to be bringing a lot of discipline, structure, and focus shifts to your personal life. This is the area of your life that rules love, romance, as well as leisure activities, but also personal business enterprises. And Saturn here is all about maturing people and maturing commitments. And this can be a really, really good thing, but it can also be a bit challenging because Saturn, when we're trying to find the best relationship road or find the best relationship partner, has a tendency to really turn up the filters, so to speak, in terms of who and what gets filtered out. However, this can also be a really good transit for anybody looking to go the distance in love or find people who will go the distance in love. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Sagittarius, here is your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or the big focus, what you're going to be noticing a lot this week, you've got the Lovers reversed. Now, the Lovers card reversed here is all about detachment. It's all about release and paying attention to where we are likely going to be getting a chance to go off on our own, or maybe be set apart, or have a chance to release ourselves from a lot of things that have gotten us entangled, whether it's with other people or with projects or with commitments and things like that. And the Lovers card reversed, at least in this position, can be very good, especially when it comes to things where you know certain entanglements, involvements, or commitments have been only holding you in a bad place or reintroducing bad things into your life. However, you want to be careful this week to be extra smart about going over every kind of new commitment that could come up with a fine-tooth comb. You don't want to end up in the same stuff. Make sure everything is bona fide. For your career, job, and finances, you've got the Hierophant upright. And the Hierophant card is all about some kind of important new rule, a rule change, or something that is lifting you up, that is helping you to not only kind of come into a more secure and wealthier way, but possibly some kind of favor or change from on high, as it were, around a career, business, or financial matter that is also giving you a chance to make an important migration, whether this is something like going into a different lane, whether it's just sort of a stage, financial matters, it doesn't matter. With the Hierophant card, we're getting set up to kind of, have our day in the sun here very, very soon. But you want to make sure with the Hierophant you can keep up with the changes that you might have to bone up on some studies for, or stay familiar and acquainted with. For your community with friends and relatives and other people in your life, you've got the Justice card upright. Now, the Justice card is all about something getting set in your favor, something that is getting approval and giving it to you, or perhaps even with the Justice card upright, something that was once out of balance getting brought into balance, something getting fixed. Now, this could be through the deeds of a friend, a family member, a teammate, or somebody that you know, or something that is happening that is going to very happily affect everybody involved in whatever the situation is. The Justice card upright can also indicate something that is a determination that is getting made in your favor with something that you've put out there. For your challenge this week, you've got the Three of Wands upright. Staying in touch, staying in sync, keeping up with the ball. A lot of the times with the Three of Wands, we are getting ready for some kind of important launch, uplift, or speed up that is getting underway in our life. But if we are not careful and it shows up in a challenge position like this, it can indicate we might fall behind developments if we're not, sticking with keeping timely with our messages and our conversations, staying involved. Because the Three of Wands is like your ships are coming in. People are showing up to take care of you, as well as also at the same time, things that have been kind of waiting their turn are getting their turn. But your challenge with the Three of Wands is staying in communication, staying on the court. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Eight of Cups in reverse. Now, the Eight of Cups in reverse is indicating that there could be some kind of return or turnaround going on around a relationship situation. And this can actually be a very, very sweet card, especially when it comes to maybe going back in time a little bit, bringing something back that maybe you or a significant other used to really enjoy, used to have a lot of fun doing, something that, maybe we just kind of fell out of touch with, or something that we weren't able to do so much anymore. The Eight of Cups reversed is all about a pleasant return and maybe even a retrieval of whatever that was. And when it comes to those of you who are curious about new people or new-ish people, there could, yes, be the potential for a resyncing up with the past, if that's what you want. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Capricorn people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 22nd, we've got Venus in Aries forming a beautiful trine to Mars in Leo. And this is all about combining forces. And for you, this could be a very strong economic boon because Venus is in your 4th house, which does also rule home economics, but Mars is in your 8th house, which rules, well, bonus monies and bonus income. And so there's likely something coming up here where extra money could be coming to you or extra money coming to your home or to your family through a route that's not really a part of a conventional salary or hourly income. Whatever the case is, it's a pleasant surprise. On the 24th, we've got Saturn entering Aries, that 4th house of home and family, and bringing in a focus on discipline, structure, and focus shifts. Now, Saturn in this part of your chart is bringing in a phase where there is definitely a push onward and upward, and maybe even a push to start transforming the way we are running our home and our family away from what we have come up with, as well as away from what's around us, in a way that actually makes our home ours and our family, our rules, ours. However, this can also raise up issues, especially family issues, that may clash with that kind of focus. With Saturn here, it's important to understand that it is about helping you turn your home into your castle or finding the land that will be your home and your castle, but it may also challenge maybe the kingdom you grew up in. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Capricorn, time for your tarot traffic. And this week for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the King of Cups reversed. And so a lot of this week is going to be about you kind of taking back control from people and from situations that you did not know may have been exerting an influence or controlling or manipulating things that you did not know they were. Sometimes the King of Cups reverse calls our attention to that. He's not a cool guy. Usually the King of Cups reversed, I always look at it as like it's that friend or that family member who like turns things down for you or wants to keep you on a very specific routine or kind of chases away the good people or the good opportunities. And you have to sometimes keep that King of Cups reversed in check. Might not be a king, by the way. But that's going to come up a lot this week. The good news, if it's coming up here, means it's coming up so you can. For your career, job, finances, things like that, you've got the Six of Swords upright. Now, the Six of Swords is all about moving on forward into a brand new day, something where you are getting a chance to make a very important and very advantageous, maybe overdue transition into a space that is going to be taking better care of you. Now, this is likely going to be financially or around an arrangement, or possibly, yes, even spatially regarding a work environment, team, surroundings, or something like that. With the Six of Swords, we are leaving choppy waters for smoother waters, and there may even be some help guiding you through this. Sometimes with the Six of Swords, we have people steering the ship or paddling the boat for us. But whatever the case is, let yourself be helped and moved onward and upward with whatever comes up. For your friends, relatives, community, and other people, you've got the Ten of Wands upright. Now, the Ten of Wands is kind of an interesting card because it is a card that can indicate burdens and struggle and things like that. But it's also a card of success, funny enough. So it's like a high maintenance success, a high maintenance win, something that's good, but it takes a lot out of you. And it looks like there could be something going on with a friend or a contact where either they're going through this and might need some help from you, or somebody and yourself are sharing in this experience. Whatever the case is with the Ten of Wands, keep in mind that sharing with each other right now, sharing the load, sharing the whatever is going on here is going to still benefit both of you. This could indicate some kind of big thing that they're going through or that you're both going through, whether it's work-related, home-related, family-related, move-related for some of you. Some of you might have some friends who need your help with things like that. Make sure you're available because there is also something in it for you. For your challenge this week, you've got the High Priestess upright, watching and paying attention to guidance and following guidance. The High Priestess is one of the helper cards, and you've already got another helper card with the Six of Swords. And with the High Priestess, your challenge is to pay attention to where people might be trying to help get you out and through a lot of challenging situations by means and by methods that are either different than you're used to or maybe even are contrary to what you are used to. With the High Priestess, though, be ready for, a bit of a learning curve as you learn things their way, whoever they are or however many there are, but let yourself be hooked up. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ace of Swords upright. And so the Ace of Swords is all about some kind of important road opening, new beginning, or green light turning on. Now, this could be something that you have been waiting for with a partner. Maybe something in your life has been in a bit of a stall, or maybe there has been a problem or something pending or kind of stuck in the buffering kind of state for a very, very long time. And the Ace of Swords is now rolling things forward in a way where we can actually see some progress. Or it's possible some good news is coming to both of you that's going to enable you to do something you didn't have the time, space, or the resources to do. For those of you who are single or available, or there's somebody new or new-ish, the Ace of Swords is indicating, again, a green light and an open road could indicate a new chapter, or maybe even a new important step being taken, either taken by you or toward you in love this week. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Aquarius people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what is going on when it comes to your week? Well, when it comes to the 22nd, we've got this beautiful combination of Venus in Aries, trine Mars in Leo, which is all about a combining of forces between your third house of communications and helpful third parties, allies, and collaborations and contracts, and your seventh house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections. And it looks like there could be something very special going on where it's likely a partner, a very close friend, or a business ally might be helping you out with an extra collaboration or connection to get a certain project or goal accomplished for you or with you. Or it could be somebody from your network, an ally or a friend helping you to accomplish or make something possible in your personal life, whether it's with a relationship or for those of you who are single or available, well, maybe even setting you up. On the 24th, we've got Saturn entering Aries, which is all about discipline, structure, and focus shifts. And for a lot of you with Saturn going into the third house, this is a time where a lot of you are getting a chance to start playing a whole new game, so to speak, when it comes to the game of life. Saturn in the third house is about transforming our network, our connections, our communications, our contracts, and commitments in ways where the what can help and what helps us gets better, and what's working against us, well, starts to get challenged until it gets pushed out. Saturn in the third house can be extremely helpful, but it can also be kind of harmful. Not harmful in terms of like hurts us, but hurtful, I'll put it that way, because Saturn in the third house can also call out a lot of things that we have going on, or a lot of the ways we go about doing things. Just make sure you don't take things too personally during this transit, because Saturn in the third house is also helping you to raise yourself up in the world when it comes to not only the company you keep, but the commitments and structures that hold your world together, and helping you get the best ones. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Aquarius, here's your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, or the big focus of your week, you've got the Magician upright. And so you've probably heard me say this before. This is the card that is the card of the rising star kind of treatment, really coming into our own, getting a chance to have our time in the spotlight, but also have a lot of important attention, give us a lot more power, a lot more authority, and a lot more popularity to work with as we wish. And when we have the Magician card upright, this could be a week where also a lot of your stock is rising in spaces where putting that new boost to work is not only going to be easy, but quite profitable. For your career, finances, and job, you've got the Fool reversed. This week, there could be something going on where a new beginning is not quite ready to take off as it is. Sometimes this card can indicate something promising that is not put together very well, or it's not set up to come out the gate just yet. Whether this is something that needs to be renegotiated, something that needs to be fine-tuned, something that needs to be just tweaked a little bit. This could be a new offer, a new proposal, or maybe even some kind of important new commitment. But with the Fool card reversed, it's a good idea. It's just not quite ready as it is. Whether it's financial, professional, whatever, work it out with people before we, take things for a test drive. For your community with friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Four of Pentacles upright. Now, the Four of Pentacles is indicating this week your social life might not be super, super active unless you go out of your way, because the Four of Pentacles can be kind of the turtle card when we are looking at the social life. You might not necessarily have the time or the energy to be kind of, milling about and mingling, or you may be deciding that you want to kind of pull back a little bit and just focus on some solo stuff, and that's totally okay as well. With the Four of Pentacles, though, if this doesn't sound desirable, just be ready to be the initiator this week, because people are going to see what's going on and think you don't want to talk, and so make sure that we shift that up. For your challenge this week, you've got the Wheel of Fortune upright. You don't have any problems this week. I mean, really, you don't. The Wheel of Fortune is all about good fortune, favor, and good luck coming just almost as an environmental occurrence, almost like it's just a part of the weather. And when we have this card, sometimes we do need to see where we have to loosen up the control straps a little bit, and where we need to be opening our mind a little bit, where we've been a bit closed-minded, stuck in our ways, or maybe only thinking about going with what we know. That being the case, the Wheel of Fortune is indicating there could be some really cool things coming up this week that are, again, very pleasant surprises. But if you are an Aquarius who doesn't like surprises and you have to have things like in accordance with your routine and your patterns, I guess it could be a challenge, even if it's a good thing. You know who you are. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Four of Wands upright. The Four of Wands is all about some kind of milestone getting crossed, some kind of special attainment, or maybe even some kind of cause for celebration happening here. And for a lot of you this week, the Four of Wands could be indicating some kind of major cause for celebration developing around you and a partner, something going on in their life outside of the relationship, or maybe even something getting established that is raising you both up in the world. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, or you're seeing somebody new or new-ish, well, with the Four of Wands, this is going to be a week where you're getting a chance to kind of have more of a time of getting to know each other in one another's element and out in public, and possibly even, again, do some celebrating around that as well. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Blessed be all of my Pisces people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological weather and tarot traffic reports for the week starting May 19th, 2025. Coffee first. It's the final gulp. I think I'm learning how to pace these things based on coffee. I told the Gemini people I've got more of that in my system than plasma, so coffee it is. Brought to you by coffee. Nico, life, brought to you by coffee. So what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrology? Well, on the 22nd, we've got Venus in Aries forming a beautiful trine to Mars in Leo, which is all about the combining of forces. And for you, it's all about putting you in, let's just say, a better black as it relates to your income when it comes to money. Venus and Mars coming together can indicate some kind of important work development or maybe financial development that is helping you to raise yourself up while also at the same time enjoying the raising up of an important working relationship or working condition that you have. And it is something that can stick. On the 24th, we've got Saturn entering Aries, that second house of income, employment, and security. And this is beginning a phase of discipline, structure, and focus shifts. When Saturn goes into the second house, it's really important that we start to get serious about the things that we are trying to accomplish instead of just playing certain things by ear. Sometimes this can be a difficult period to adjust to because Saturn will be closing a lot of doors and opening doors at the same time. And it can almost feel like our options or our choices or even things that we brought to this phase are getting heavily scrutinized. Remember, Saturn is not a monster. Saturn is just the hard-ass teacher who wants the best for you and doesn't care about the waterworks. With Saturn in this part of your chart, you've got to be ready to see where certain things are starting to maneuver, navigate, or direct your financial and professional life down better roads, but at the same time challenging maybe the methods or the spaces where you've been trying to establish yourself, however it happens. Pay attention and be on the lookout as to why it's happening and when. And remember, Saturn is only trying to help. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Pisces, it's time to see what's going on when it comes to your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse can sometimes show up where this week, we're probably going to be having a lot of things that maybe were going on under the surface and a lot of stories come up to be revealed. The Eight of Pentacles reverse could usually show up where we need to pay close attention to where missed details or tiny cracks are getting a little bit bigger. It's not a terrible card, but it can indicate a need for us to see where maybe certain things we were taking for granted to work out or to work for us or work well are not. And sometimes this can be kind of almost like a little Mercury retrograde kind of wake-up call card. So just keep your eye on the ball this week. It can still be a good week, but you definitely don't want to coast or take for granted what you don't know about what you don't know. For your career, your finances, and your work life, you've got the Ace of Wands upright. And so some kind of brilliant new boost, brilliant new beginning, or new adventure is getting started here. The Ace of Wands is all about a massive boost of energy, activity, and interest in you, in something that you've got going on, or in something that you are connected to that could be both in a financial and in a career perspective quite lovely. With the Ace of Wands, however, this is going to be, again, an initiation, and so you might need to be ready to set some time aside to invest yourself and spend some time with whatever this is. It's not something that's going to necessarily take off all on its own. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Nine of Wands upright. And the Nine of Wands is indicating a friend, an ally, a contact could be doing you a solid this week when it comes to helping to set you or something important to you up for new success, or maybe even success that we had not necessarily considered. Sometimes with the Nine of Wands, we are getting helped to overcome or to get past some kind of obstacle, some kind of gate, or something that has been creating or has been the source of trouble in the past. Whether it's cleaning something old up or, again, seeing something to a happy fruition, the Nine of Wands is all about, again, getting set up for success and also protecting that success. For your challenge this week, you've got the Queen of Cups upright. Accepting help. The Queen of Cups is all about helpers, helpful people, as well as maybe even people getting more involved and interfering with things in a way that helps us where we've not been able to effectively help ourselves. Now, sometimes this card can show up and we might be afraid to let somebody get their hands on something, or we might be afraid to let somebody get involved with something, or we just might not necessarily like the idea of getting help with a certain thing that we wish we could handle all on our own. Your challenge with the Queen of Cups is broaden your perspective on this a little bit and think of bigger pictures. And when it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Queen of Wands upright. And so this week, things are going into a very fiery, but also quite a safe, sparkling, and satisfying way in love. The Queen of Wands is all about energy and passion both being productive and pleasurable at the same time. And for a lot of you, this could be something that you and a partner are getting a chance to maybe embark upon with regards to a project or something that you want to team up on. There's a very strong power couple kind of vibe whenever we see the Queen of Wands. And so power couple energy is in the air, but also a power couple that is rising up in their prowess. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, you're seeing somebody new or new-ish, that same kind of vibe can be yours this week, especially when it comes to bridging gaps or bridging spaces that need to be bridged in order to maybe have a little bit of a power couple kind of moment. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a personal reading with me, head on over to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.